Saturday showdown. D plus Kia versus T1.
Another good choice there as the immediate Braum lock-in. I think all of Breon's lock-ins were almost immediate. This one I'm not so sure about.
It feels to me like the Breon comp is one where you look at some of the individual parts and it looks nice, but then the comp as a whole to me feels a little off. I do think that you have a ton of value of Braum into Leona. That makes sense, right? You have a strong, what I assume will be an on-hit Varus to play with the Braum. Strong 2v2 lane there. But as a composition as a whole, I feel like it does really lack
this draft, as you mentioned, you know, there are certain parts that look good. I think the Braum might struggle a little bit. Nice pick potential, but we'll see if they can actually do that from behind as we hop on the rift for game number 1.
Ultimately, Crocodile go in and find backline access. If they're doing well, if the early game is even, and they're able to just kind of coast their way and be at objectives first, I think the composition is amazing. But given how a lot of pro games play out, I'm not so certain. As the laning phase thus far, looking not too bad for BNK. As they have Prio in both mid and bot. And in mid, it's very expected.
We're confident on it. Let's play it. This is a very nice timing for a gank. Morgan in a bit of trouble. And getting the turret aggro is Raptor. Going to go untargetable. And it's a very easy setup for first blood. Now, this first dragon is going to be given over to Bro. So they do get this objective. And, you know, there's no grubs yet on the new patch. So it's not like BNK are going to trade it out for anything, really, except a bit of damage. As Diablo, you're not going to stop him. He will keep pressing forward. He will keep looking for more and more damage, and that's exactly what he does to Palu.
That E forward, that really has been Diablo's season in a nutshell. Did they overstep? Maybe.
I think they're okay. Definitely playing with fire, though. I like how I say that. They're definitely okay. He just goes over the wall. Kellen is going in, but he gets charmed by Closer. And now I think they've really overstayed their welcome here. Nice amount of poke damage does come out of Diablo. This is a fight over the Gromp. That's it. That's all this is. We got a stun coming down from Vikla. Closer goes into a Spirit Rush. The smite is good for Croco. And now Raptor over the wall. A very strange back and forth and a huge Timbers right on top of them in the bush. And that is a huge amount of damage. 2 kills already going to BNK. And Raptor should be able to get at least 2, you would imagine. Especially with that top prio. He's going to get 1 without smiting here. And now Croco shows up. He's level 6 now. He's going to send in the Cyclone into Croco. Does he have the damage? Going untargetable here is Raptor. But now the Equalizer goes, but Croco just flashes over the wall.
Very aggressive. Was able to pick up a blade. Now is probably, just going to get the second grub, which means that is going to be an objective feat.
Jungle Rumble.
Rumble. Even gets a walk up to an objective, though. I don't know about going in here with how that bot lane play went.
Yeah, I mean, with TP coming in as well, Kellen's in a lot of trouble. They turn on to Vikla, who is going to survive, though. They take out the Wukong already, and Vikla is just immortal. Nobody can kill him. Finally, they take him out with the Ahri, as now both top laners are here, and Clear is getting huge amounts of burn on that back line. And it's only Hype who's left available here. Raptor full health, and is just hunting him down, as we got some bleeds in now. And doesn't look like it'll be enough to kill Hype, but it's still a big winning team fight for BNK.
Yeah, who cares?
From there, but BNK,
I'm with you.
You know, another East Side team. Vikla in a rough spot here. He tries to flash away, and I'm not sure that Tibbers going to help him here. Ahri Wukong strong for a reason, and not respect.
That's what Croco is doing right now. Because he's trying to mop up the mess, right? He's like, okay, I got...
and there's just more mess.
Yeah, and there's just more mess. Because while he is getting a successful gank up on top, his mid lane is getting blown up. And then also the taken Herald.
I'll never know if you're actually telling the truth. We are going to just engage on a Morgan, as this time Kellen is the one who's hiding on Bush. And he gets a free with Rumble, Jace available. Not going to work out here.
Vikla's like, not again. That is the one juicy target. Neferi is a lot harder. Rumble are... Well, you have your one-arm spike, so maybe you don't want to...
Well,
that's
Hype is going to cleanse, but he is actually going to do a ton of damage to Kellen. That is a big equalizer. It's going to cut off the path of everybody else. They can't get out, and it did a ton of damage. Amazing from Clear. And the rest of the team just can't get in. Morgan does a lot with his needles, actually, but he's alone. He's literally alone. against everybody. As now the ult comes in from Raptor, flashes away, baits in Kroko, who couldn't get away. Kellen is, okay, Kellen. Maybe you took it a little bit too far. It's okay. He's going to survive. Chilling.
Sometimes we're a little bit iffy, but like when you have a pretty fed Annie as well.
Yeah. And Kroko, I mean, again, he can't get out. Now, BNK are going very deep for this one. Diablo getting pretty low, but so is Morgan. And Diablo's going to live on the back of all of that. Hype does flash over the wall, but he only gets the 1 kill. As Closer shows up now, he's going to show up now and only get the 1 kill. Nearly takes out Vikla. It's not going to happen. And Clear just flashes on him, and it's an ace. Who do you go for if we had POG, right? Who do you think is currently leading in the POM standings between top and jungle?
So I was initially more of a Raptor believer, but Clear, he got 1 gank, right? Which that was all Raptor. He just stood there and took. But ever since, he's been at every fight where he needed to be. Hasn't made any mistakes. Like Vikla,
just dying.
It's fine. But, come on. Okay.
Yeah, he just gets smacked.
Extended stick to the rescue.
Yeah.
Very much there.
Yeah, they're trying to get on top of him this time.
He's fine.
He has an arm guard, guys. He's not gonna die. His whole team is in your jungle. You just saw them in your jungle. And now they're gonna flash away. We do have the cleanse coming out here from Hype. But yeah, I think that BNK are really just trying to extend as much vision, as much control over the map as possible. And, you know, bro are like Yamato, Cannon, and Gorilla. Right, that was the same team.
Yeah, I mean more the recent there, right? It's the sandbox.
Well, we're just bopping the Gwen.
Yeah, this game is done.
Level 12 Gwen. As now Kellen in kind of a rough spot. He's just going to go in because that's what he's doing all game. He's going to flash away. Little Braum Q over the top. Now he's got his team. It was a bait all along. They're going to find the clone of the Wukong. You know, they could hit anything at this point. I don't think it matters. Because BNK, they're just throwing darts at a dartboard without looking, and some of it is sticking. I think it's enough. As Kroko, they've got the wallets, and Morgan is only level 13. Can he even kill Vikla? Yes, he will. He actually will kill Vikla, and that's about it. It is an ace to the side of BNK. I think for a good reason. Like, bro looked great last time out with Kroko. They got the win. And BNK has not. And so they kind of equalize. Hype is dead. He's going to get rocked in the face by Rumble. And now they can go to Baron.
No, I get it. It's important.
Yeah. Well, they're going to try because they have to do something about this Baron. Otherwise, they just lose to it. Vikla, he's got Tibbers, but he's dead. And Kellen also burning down a bit, but he's got Locket. And I think that's enough to save him. As Clear just keeps getting more kills. How many kills is this guy going to get in this game? I think it's 11 so far.
It's double digits.
And it's a Rebel Baron power play. Not like this, Lord Morgan. Commander Kroko couldn't put it together this time.
Diablo really is the type of player where even if he, like, the more ahead he is, the better he looks, because he plays the same way.
Yep. He will end the ARAM unceremoniously. He does not give them a chance to come back. That Braum is doing a ton here, actually, but it just doesn't matter, as in they go on a closer, and this Nefiri's kind of going crazy, but the Penta angle is denied. And even Palu going to survive for just a bit before Raptor takes him out, gets the triple kill at least. And that'll be the end of this game, which was over about 14 minutes ago, guys. BNK going to take down the Nexus. Diablo still looking for more damage.
야 그냥 이겨라 이러면 잡자
But they really had a weak game one, a weak draft, and BNK came out flying. They read the patch notes, as you mentioned. Their Annie looked fantastic, even though Vikla didn't even have a great game.
Kroko did more damage than both his solo laners, Veldas.
Yeah.
That's not good.
It was that kind of game.
I'm just getting thrown off by what is transpiring in front of me here. I don't even think that the bro draft is that bad, but it's, again, it's a lack of cohesiveness. Imagine having Wukong in this draft, as opposed to the previous one.
Yeah. Or Ari.
Now,
Mbessa, I feel like this is one of the picks, one of the points where you actually can play Mbessa.
Yeah.
Right? Points, which isn't a thing, but yeah, he's ahead of his team.
It is to us.
It is to us. Well, this is a very nice comp from the side of BNK. Let's see how it works here from the red side for game number 2. Got to follow the long.
Yeah, feeling good about playing into the fight as well.
Level 3. Gonna go in on this one, but oh, the hook comes in, and now Kellen, no headbutt, in a bit of trouble. Not gonna.
Big change up here from the bro bot lane as Raptor just used his skills.
Yeah.
Still, he's in though, so he's. Oh no.
Yep, flash comes in, no flash here for Palu. He's in a lot of trouble. He goes up against the wall, and he is dead. First blood goes over to BNK. Meanwhile, Kroko was followed with Nautilus and Scion. And a lot of damage on top of it. So now, Clear maybe in a bit of trouble, but Kroko just elects not to go for it.
Good call. They have vision. They knew that there were a lot. No, bro did rotate over.
I mean, are they really going to fight over this, though? We've got Talia Wall. They're going to try to fight for 1, it looks like, but 2 already taken here by BNK. And now BNK are the ones that want to go in on a fight. That is a in doubt. Do they have the damage? No, they absolutely do not. And now Kroko is isolated from the team. He goes down as the wall comes in. Kind of interesting from Victa, or Vikla rather. Choo-choo! And yeah, I mean, at least they get the kill. So it is a 1-for-1 trade, and Bro will pick up the 1 grub.
It's ongoing.
Yes.
But he did get a full wave and a plate. So now all of a sudden, that gold's even. And if I could pick which AD carry I would have, BNK don't have great ways to start fights. Clear can go in, so can Kellen, so can Raptor.
As we're actually engaging here. The ult is down, looking for Palu, as now Xinjiao coming on down. Raptor coming on in, looking for the root on a hype. It's not going to happen. Trying to get the angle here on Apollo, and yeah, he just doesn't have his flash. He's just dead in the morning, like most people. Oh, here's my knee as well, just hanging out. Looking for a gank here on the Clear, who is actually totally fine. There's not a lot of damage coming in here. Will Kroko even press his ult button? The answer is absolutely no. It's just normal.
How much?
No. If you put butter and cream cheese and it's a bagel,
okay, but how much?
Really high in calories.
Yeah, okay, but look, so a bagel is what, like 300 calories maybe?
And everything bagel might be a little bit more.
A little bit more.
Doing anything with this, it is just kind of a handshake that leads us into a deeper part of this game. You know, we're not fighting over the objective.
And then here bot once as well, but BNK, they're just playing a clean game. Now, Clear might be in some trouble here.
And we got a lot of people coming up here. The Vial comes in, and there's no flash available. And finally,
2 or 3 for breakfast, maybe 4 for breakfast if you're feeling hungry. And then you have lunch, and then you get home from school.
How big are the pieces of bread?
I don't know, like this.
That's pretty big.
Yeah, but it's whole wheat, you know, so it's good. It's like just like normal pieces of bread, something like this.
Yeah.
And then you just
pretty
slam your cheese or your chocolate.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's different.
What do you mean?
Because it's dark chocolate.
Okay, well, I guess. Oh, they're going in on a Closer who is very isolated, but he's got Kroko nearby. A bit of help comes in, and Closer is actually going to get away. He kites it out for so long, and now Vikla is in no man's land. Paulo pretty low, but he's the support. I think this is okay. He's going to go down, and Vikla actually might not die to the Scion. It's a very broken up fight, and Morgan does get pushed back. Looks like Bro not really able to capitalize on Vikla out of position. And so BNK are just fine.
Yeah, I guess they don't need a jungler. Bro, I feel like we could have contested this. That's soul point, which would be a big trade, is Raptor?
I don't think they're getting Otacon here. We'll see. I mean, Raptor is in his ultimate, and Palu already pretty low, level 8. And they're on the run, and now Raptor's just going in on Apollo. Maybe a little bit too brave. They are going to take out the support, but so does Raptor go down. But the damage comes in, it's layered, and Kroko is taken out.
No junglers!
No junglers. Let's just flip it. Let's just flip it. Yeah, Diablo, get in there. Flip it.
Yeah!
That's Challengers, baby. He knows he's a Challengers player. And now the engage comes in from Kellen, but the knock on a Diablo. He's going to go down. Diablo's out of the fight. Clear. Flashes in. Looking for another one. It's not going to happen. As it's up to Kellen to try to take out Hype, but it will not go down. Hype with 5 kills. And now a chance to take down the Otacon. The first pick win. Maybe not it.
I've made a huge mistake, but it's okay. We can come back from it. This game is still very close, though, and for Brion, the big
team here. The thing is, I think we're you have fallen a little bit short, Chronicler. We'll talk about that a little bit later. We have a fight here as the Featherstorm does come out. Raptor has to flash away on the top side of this fight. Croco actually getting that out of him. BNK certainly playing a lot more cautiously after that last fight. But yeah, what I was going to say is these fights aren't going to look very straightforward. You know, we're probably going to have Hype like ulting in the middle and Kellen's going to get a flank angle randomly. Or like Vicla's going to be in range to knock him up or something, and it's going to be very strange.
Yeah, that's probably right, Valdez. I'm with you on that one. Lord Doms, or sorry, rather Executioners. Lord Dom is done for Hype. Diablo going towards the Executioners himself, which I rather would have seen it the other way around.
Yeah.
Because you don't really need Executioners for Bro. And you definitely want Executioners against BNK. A bit quizzical about the decision.
Value of the spell shield, like what's the point? Just build a tankier item or one that does more damage.
I would have much preferred Death Dance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Death Dance was a lot better.
Well, we're just going to find Closer. He has to go into the Zhonya's as meanwhile a gigantic fight is happening in mid. Ult goes in on a Vikla, who is a Talia. Just going to get away from this one. A very strange one breaking down as they're trying to go in, and Kellen finds the angle on a Closer. He's even going to try to take out Hype by himself, and he just gets ripped to shreds. And Vikla doesn't have the damage either. And Bro just going to roll over them in the mid lane fight, which was very strange, but a very good one for Bro.
Bro might just win? I'm so confused. Why did
I don't know. I don't think that Kellen can do anything without ult.
Alone.
He'll try
the next wave is coming in. I could probably knock away. Yeah, knock away Hype.
Has to try to get this wave down.
Might be a might be a little.
Oh, Morgan nearly dies.
No.
Apollo's gonna die.
They have enough time.
I think they do.
Hype's
yeah, they do. Hype is full
right?
health. Should be enough, right? Should be enough, right? I think so. They need to stop Hype from hitting the Nexus, but they don't have the CC.
미로만 하고 끝나겠다.
알리 녹으면 알리 잡고 시작해도 돼. 알리 잡고 하자, 알리 잡고.
천천히 해. 다음 맵까지 써도 돼.
다음 맵까지 쓰자. 다음 맵 쓰자. 하와 있다 하나 깨자.
네.
알리 한번
알리 먼저 잡자.
알리 잡고 하자. 알리 잡고 하자.
파워 좀 끝나 이거.
가자. 위에 거 칠게. 나 위에 거.
난 줄게.
야,
3초. 잘 끝내야 돼.
끝내.
Can't wait to see what is going to happen in game number 3 is, Hype on that MF. Actually coming up huge.
We didn't really expect him to be able to pop off this much, but he got a couple of kills early. Then he got 3 in the next big team fight, and from there he was kind of unkillable. An MF from that far ahead with BT and an here. Jinx, Tom Kench.
Okay, but Tom Kench actually goes yeah, okay, so they
sure.
Go.
Yeah, no.
Jinx, Kench into this. Their whole comp stands or falls by one combo. The Nico makes it a little better, but I do really get, again, I look at this for Bro, and okay, top should be winning, but it's Morgan in the carry versus carry matchup. Mid, I think, is fine. That's the one where I'm like, okay, that's probably okay. Both junglers just want to farm till 6, and then Croco's going to try and play. Rap's going to try and counter jungle. And the Nico should help, but I still, like, is this not a rough 2? You get the Jinx just bullies Kaisa so hard. I feel like Kaisa's
in this one.
Yeah, after the performance on the Talia.
Yes. Definitely something to look at here, Chronicler. We're ready. Let's hop to the rift.
What the DK has been doing, which is beat the teams below them pretty consistently. Now, it would be very KT to see that as an invitation to do something really funny.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
3 Inside predicted KT, or rather, Nongshim in that matchup. Vikla getting pretty low.
Keep our strictly professional relationship intact, please.
Absolutely professional.
Well, the LCK is known for how professional we are.
Absolutely. We would never go off topic. Speaking of which, our teams have decided to go off topic from the lanes. They say lanes are not it anymore. We're doing the dragon.
Early dragon, kind of, especially Hextech.
And it's Tom Kench, who actually does have some pushback amongst our melee supports. Speaking of which, they're going to get the heal out of Palu. And Kellen, he was probably for the best.
Croco is a level up.
Yes.
Are we 3v3ing?
Just going to pull it into the brush and try to snipe it down.
Get an answer to anytime soon.
Maybe.
Makes a lot of sense. I still don't know what's going to happen in this game.
Do we get any pings here from Bro is the question for me. I didn't see any pings. And once again, B&K and their jungler Raptor is going to prioritize the grubs. He's only going to get one, but he's got Smite here. 900 damage. Should be able to just smite this down and just back away. There's not really much that a Yor can do to his Skarner. So, yeah, he gets 2 once again.
Yes. Interesting.
Indubitably here. They're collapsing. Kellen's not level 6.
Well,
it's just going to be a smite down. And now they're going to do it. There's the combo, but it doesn't actually connect. So they're still going to get the fear, though. And Kellen's in a lot of trouble. So that's first blood over the side of Bro. Here comes Morgan as well, coming on down. But the Blasco just gets him out.
I like that play. Well done, Bro.
Oh, he's going to be feared again.
He's fine.
He is fine. Catalyst, a pretty strong item. Our great meal that we had. And Clear's taking 1 billion damage here from the Yorick. Even flashes away.
Actually a fan, or are you just saying yes? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
He's just saying yes.
That's fine.
That's fine.
It's a nice sweater. I like it.
He's like, no, it's not a nice sweater.
You know, I love pulling back the curtain a little bit in the LCK. We have a new... Nico.
All right, take it away, Degon. Oh, he's not here anymore. Yeah, Kellen's just dead. He just goes in and ties to Hype, and Palu gets engaged on.
Oh, turnaround? Maybe?
There's 3 people there. It just doesn't take over games here. And we've more so just seen it kind of split push and not too much. A lot of roots coming down on Avicla. It takes a huge chunk from the Orianna. And Palu as well.
Yeah, that's an ult use, though. See how much they can get out of it. But Vikla can realm war back to lane. Oh, I like this. Collapse on the Clear. I think he might just be dead.
Yeah, Clear trying to clear the wave, but he's taking a huge amount of damage. Morgan tanking everything up. The Jinx rocket comes in trying to help. As B&K are just going to take the Dragon instead.
They did get the bot side turret, though, and they get the Dragon as well. Now, it depends on what the soul is as...
Ocean.
I think you take it.
Yeah.
Also, I'm just really worried about the fact that there's a Jinx hyper carry comp that...
You saw that flash, right?
Yeah. No, it was realm warp, no? Yeah.
No.
Oh, the closer
no,
flash?
No, it wasn't. Yeah,
I did not see that.
Just flashed away.
Flashed
away, so it felt a bit overly safe.
So I was like, I can walk up to my turret, right?
Yeah, I don't know if you can. The flash comes out. He's got a little bit of help now.
Reinforcements.
But they're not really able to close the gap here. He's not ahead by any means, but he's definitely keeping this Jace in check. This time, Palu's the one that has to flash away, and the flash tongue might be enough. And, well, he's going to get the Devour, and that should be the end of Palu here. Yep. Able to get the flash.
Take another look. Yeah, good call. The Realm Warp, I think, was enough to make him not want to be a part of that. But as you're saying, it looks really funny.
We're diving the turret. Going in onto a Nocturne. We get an Impale, and the turret's gone as well as Jinx is just free-firing.
What can Hype do? We picked him Kai'Sa. We knew.
We did know.
We did kind of know. Could have just picked Nico and then counter-picked and not be in this scenario.
Yeah, I mean, you were always going to lose the lane. The issue is that there's nothing set up.
That said, a lot of this does rely on Kellen being in the right place at the right time.
There's a decent chunk here to Hype, and Diablo's just able to walk up. There's no threats at all. Kroko has to flash away from a Jinx.
Oh, I'm the soul win condition. I am running into your face. He didn't have Ghost, but I know he would have ghosted on top of Kroko if he could.
Yep.
They cannot get out of con. And I hope that Bro don't let them. They have the combo. This is a risky play from B&K. They're getting shredded.
Getting shredded. The combo's available. The ball is on the Nocturne. The buttons are pressed, and it's taken by the Skarner, who should be going down here. Kroko is, well, he's not going to get the kill. Actually, it goes over to Hype. But B&K are able to get out. As now I say that, though, they are trying to collapse. As in they go. The flash over to the top Kens, but Diablo's so low. He gets the one kill in the Excite running. Sprinting away from Morgan, and he gets away. They do need to kind of create more distance here as a rocket comes down, and now the Jace is frontlining, and the Jinx is excited once again. What? This Jinx had no health. It should have just been a dead Jinx, but instead, Diablo gets away. The Q's not going to connect. One more Shock Blast, maybe. but it's blocked here nicely by Palu. It's pretty exciting. Oh, the combo! They're gonna get him, but there is a Tom Kents, but he got so low and the follow-up is huge. They get the Kellen, they get Diablo, and finally the combo comes together here for Bro. And that is exactly the engage that they picked this combo.
Instance not really his fault. Just take a look at Croco.
나이스.
Perfect timing.
He makes the call.
징크 나가도 궁이야, 나가도 궁이야. 나이스.
I think, was it... I'm not sure if it was Raptor or if it was Chase knocking back the Nico, but if Nico hits, though, if they can turn this into tempo for a possible way.
I mean, we have TP coming in, but it's already a lot of damage. Let's see what they can do here. The Realm Morph is coming out from the side of BNK, so Vikla just gets them out. No fear. Multi-pronged engage we were talking about. Meanwhile, BNK are going forward. There's the knock-up, but no follow-up from the side of Croco. Now he goes in. The combo comes in, but Diablo's already excited, and he gets a double. Looking for a bit more. The kiting is insane out of this guy, and he's looking for a fourth. There's the win, and it's the pinch out of Diablo. You cannot stop him tonight.
Wave ends up winning the fight. Ocean Soul paying dividends. And BNK here
They just got caught out.
They did.
Look at this team fight.
Watch the flash from Diablo and the shockwave. Actually crazy. So it starts off with a great engage from Palu. Gets on top of them.
He got shockwave though.
It's still fine.
It was still good. His spacing was great. You know, his kiting was also awesome. I mean, it wasn't perfect, but it basically was.
Now I feel even better about not voting for him.
Yeah. Hey, take that soup and take.
Am I a boom boom damage voter?
I mean, Clear did over 1,000 DPM in game one, and he almost matched the Jinx in this game, which is absolutely insane.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Dear for the POM interview translation. We're here with Diablo on the side of BNK Fear X. Congratulations! Thank you. So you defeated OK Savings Bank Breon to defend the King of the East title. And this is your first POM. How do you feel? You know, last week, we lost 2-0 both times. And it was quite underwhelming. But today, I feel like we played really well as a team, so it feels great.
그동안의 아쉬움을 오늘 털어내버리는 듯한 그런 플레이가 나왔습니다. 오늘 굉장히 화끈한 전투력이 인상적이었는데요.
And today, yes, you have shown such feisty performance. We were able to see BNK Fear X's bot duo's aggression. And was that due to Kellen's proactivity, or was it just you making most of the shot call? You know, without shot calling, I feel like we really have a very similar style, and I think we tend to be a very good bot duo with who have a very good aggression, and we're always on the same page. So how was playing with the buffed Annie and Leona? So since Annie was buffed, we tried using her in practice, and she seems very good. And as well as Leona, I feel like it's very situational. But after the buff, it actually has become a lot stronger to be used as a good pick. And after the loss in Game 2, what was the feedback like? No, as a team, we said that we shouldn't rush in. Don't get too ahead of yourselves, and I think we just tried to make sure that we stay calm, and it went pretty well. There are so many people cheering for you, as we can see on the screen. And in Game 3, you guys completed a Jinx and Tom Kench comp. So what was the strength of that composition? You know, they're pretty strong in lane, and as long as I survive, we would be able to win the team fight. And as long as Kellen keeps me alive, I think that was just the main game plan. And yeah, Game 3 was quite back and forth, but in the end, you got a pentakill. So how did that feel? You know, I didn't expect to get a pentakill so early, but since I was able to get a pentakill with a carry champion, it felt great. Would you like to say anything to your teammates who set that up for you? You know, during practice, they usually steal my penta just as a joke, but I'm just... You know, I was honestly just trying to survive and stay alive, but I think my teammates really tried to set that up and get me a pentakill. So that was quite refreshing and such a new side that I haven't seen from them yet. And you are the rookie everyone is so excited to watch. And with how bold and aggressive your performance is, many say that you resemble Deft. So how do you feel about that? You know, just about 3 months ago, I did watch a lot of like montage videos from Deft, and I noticed how aggressive he is, how he would flash forward and get all the kills, and so I would say that I got a lot of inspiration from him. The Sandstorm has started again, and your next opponent is Genji, and your role model, Ruler, will be your lane opponent. So how will you play out the bot matchup? I mean, Ruler, he's still a great and amazing player. It won't be an easy match, but I will make sure that I prepare well and try my best to win. You know, I'm seeing that there are fans that have been cheering for you for the team since 2019. So any message over to the fans? You know, it was a rough start, but I want to make sure that we're prepared for the next match and make sure that we win. Thank you so much. And that's the end of the interview with Diablo, and back to the space. Thank you.